because most of the thermal plants have dual ways, either liquid fuel or gas. And so what we do is that then you then begin to plan towards your liquid requirements during those periods of maintenance. So as at last year, WAPCO had informed us that we'll be doing some maintenance schedules. ENI just completed their maintenance schedule. Ghana Gas just also completed their maintenance schedule. And so once you know that maintenance schedule, you then plan towards getting some fuel to fill it. So I can say on authority that we are not buying fuel each month, as it's been speculated. Now, you know how the whole sector works. Somebody generates, somebody transmits, somebody distributes. Unfortunately, the one who distributes is the one who has an interface with the final consumer, which is ECG. And he has to collect based on what he has supplied to the consumer. And when he collects the money, he then have to pay the chain. So anytime there's a shortfall in the collection, or we don't have any clarity as to how much has been collected from the back end, from ECG, then there's a problem within the entire value chain. The IPP that you are talking about, the letters they have been writing, all leads to the fact that they've not been paid some amount of money. How do you get them to pay? Or how do we get money to pay them? It is what has been collected by ECG that is used to pay them. Unfortunately, we've not been able to collect as much as we are supposed to collect from the ECG end. And I'm sure, obviously, some decisions have to be taken, Randy, to ensure that some efficiency is put into the activities of ECG. And I'm sure that's what you are seeing all over the place. I mean, behind the scenes, not everything that I can divulge here, but behind the scenes, a lot of things are happening to ensure that there's some clarity as to how much comes into ECG, so that the people in the value chain can be taken care of. In terms of the outages that we're experiencing within these few days, it's basically because of Ghana Gas having issues with their plants. Indeed, as at this morning, I checked, as at yesterday, Ghana gas supply for GNGC is yet to resume. In fact, yesterday I went to Ghana Gas myself to find out what the situation is, and the CEO and all of them have moved all the way to their power plants to ensure that the problems are solved as quickly as possible. Indeed, we are even talking to Talo for them to get some of their engineers to assist within that process to ensure that gas from the Talo ENI, which goes through Ghana Gas, can come quickly into the stream. But Ghana Gas is having some challenges as of now, and that is why.
My info suggests that there's some companies, you mentioned Talo and others, there are some who, for this year, have not even received a cent from the cash waterfall mechanism.
Randy, as for the cash waterfall mechanism, sitting here even as a deputy minister, I have my own issues with it. As to how it's being managed, I have my own issues. Because I feel that even as a minister, I should have clarity as to how much has come in at any point in time.
How come you don't have clarity?
I don't have that because I don't. Yes. So there's a committee that handles, there's a cash waterfall mechanism committee that handles the whole process. In fact, the formula is already.
Who represents you on the ECG board? The ministry. Is the ministry represented on the ECG board?
ECG board, Randy, I'll have to check that because
Herbert Krapper was a member and then he became the
board
chair when the previous board chair left.
Yes.
But now you have a new board chair. I think it's Honorable Afenyo.
Yes. So I'm not too sure.
So who is your rep on the board?
I have to check. I have to be very frank. I have to check because Herbert was there. Herbert has been moved. I don't know whether there's somebody from our ministry who is on the board. I have to check.
It's an institutional representation.
That's what I'm saying. I have to check who exactly is on the board from our end.
How many deputies do you have?
2 now.
You and who?
Myself and Sani, Honorable Sani from Impoho, the MP for Impoho. We are on the.
You don't know if he is on the board?
No, he's not.
He's not on the ECG board?
No, he's
you
not.
are also not on the ECG board?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay.
Yes, he's not. But as I said, the intermittent power outage we're having is because of the the problem we're having with Ghana Gas, the supply from Ghana Gas. But I can assure that I know the engineers are working. It started from Saturday, but the engineers are working tirelessly to ensure that they come back on stream.
Okay. So what's the situation with the indebtedness to the IPPs? Well, they also issued a statement 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes.
So the IPPs, during the DDAP, some renegotiations have occurred with some of them. I think it was only Car Power that did not come to the table. Almost all of them have agreed to some renegotiation based on the debt exchange program.
We keep getting conflicting reports. The finance minister keeps saying that they've reached agreement with some of them.
Yeah.
Their chamber says it is not correct. And as we speak, this government has not announced a debt exchange program, an official debt exchange program with them. But we have been told by the finance minister, we're going to save this, we have reached this agreement, we reached that agreement. But we have not seen a consummation of that agreement.
And so two of the agreements have to come back to Parliament. I think I'll get the name whilst we talk. Two of them have to come back to Parliament. As I speak now, I know we've taken, as a ministry, we've done our part. The negotiation team have done their part. It's gone to Cabinet, waiting for Cabinet approval, and then we bring it to Parliament when we resume on the 15th. Now, Randy, the problem is that when you have this agreement with the power players, they understand the situation. We went through a certain program, IMF program. They understand. Then you agree with them that based on this renegotiated figures, I'm going to give you this amount of money from the cash water for each month. Unfortunately, you tell them I'll give you 7 million. Then maybe at the end of each month, only 4 million comes.
Because you use the rest to go and buy crude.
Oh, Randy, that's what I'm saying, that as for the crude purchase, the monthly crude purchase, as it's being speculated, that is not entirely the case. That's not entirely the case. We don't do that every month. It is based on the maintenance schedule that we've been given, knowing very well that within this particular month, we are going to have a shortfall in gas supply. Then we bring in crude oil to supplement.
So why didn't you bring in crude oil with the Ghana Gas situation?
Oh, Ghana Gas had done their major maintenance, yearly maintenance. It was during that time we brought some crude. This one, it was after they've done their maintenance work and everything was okay. Then started on Saturday. The trip just went off.
But the load shedding started before Saturday. I was telling you that on Thursday or Friday you shed 500 megawatts.
I'm saying that Ghana Gas trip started just on Saturday. They had an issue on Saturday.
So what happened prior to that? It was their normal maintenance.
Normal maintenance. That one they had already pre-informed the ministry.
So if they had pre-informed you and you had made provision for crude,
during that
how
time,
come you dropped 500 megawatts?
No, during that time we didn't shed any load.
So what happened last week?
No, I'm saying that last week they informed
Not a
us.
Saturday.
No, they informed us.
Saturday, yes.
No, but you are talking Thursday.
Yes.
I don't know
Thursday and Friday.
Okay, I don't know. Thursday and Friday.
That's when Gridco issued. You remember Gridco issued a statement?
No, it was when Ghana Gas started having an issue. Then the minister informed Gridco and ECG to release a statement to inform the Ghanaian people that Ghana Gas is having this issue, and so we are going to have shortages in gas supply.
So that was prior to Saturday.
But that was on Thursday.
Yes.
Okay,
that was Wednesday.
Wednesday, but even 2 days after, from Thursday, I think Thursday, Friday, they came back on stream. Okay. Then Saturday, they informed us again that the machine has the heats. They call it heat something, has also tripped again. And that is what they are still working on up to now. But it is my hope that in the next few days, it should come back on stream. Then we should be okay.
How are you going to cure the disease at ECG?
That's a big question, Randy. It's a big question. You know, earlier on, government wanted to do even the retail end, to privatize the retail end. ECG owns their machines and everything, but the billing and collections should be given to a retail. When I went to Verton, I subscribed to that. I felt that if you give it to an independent person to go and collect, and that person will be paid on the basis of how much he collects, I'm sure it's a motivation for the person to go and do the collection. I also got to know, I didn't know that meters have lifespan.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't know that meters expire. So there are some meters in the system, and there are quite a number of them. that have expired, and so it doesn't read as it's supposed to be.
But they knew the expiry dates from the day they installed them.
That's a good question. And that's a management decision that is there to take. I'm happy that before we rose last sitting, we were able to get the 250. My brothers helped us to get the 250 million from the World Bank, what we call the P4R, which essentially will be used to purchase the smart meters, which is to be help to change a lot of the meters in the system that have expired, just to bring some efficiency within the system. But as for UCG, Randy, I am with you. I think something has to be done.
Are you going to address us on the document from the PURC? Are you seeing the document?
I've seen the document. The letter the PURC
wrote. And all the issues that they raised.
Yes, we've had some meetings in-house on the issue they raised. In fact, I wish PURC had not released. I wish they had engaged the ministry before releasing that statement. I wish.
Why? Don't wash your dirty linen in public.
So we can have some discussion in-house and see a way forward. But of course, they are independent.
But those issues are not new to you. They are maybe new to you because you've not been at the ministry for long. But the issues they raised, even some of us who are far away from officialdom, we know some of those issues. We know. They are not new.
Randy, as for ECG, I'm with you. And I'm happy. And as I said, I can't divulge all the information that I know as of now. I know some few things are happening behind the scenes. We've had a tough
The only thing I know is that the problems we have at ECG are the creation of the political class.
How is that, Randy? How is that?
Oh. the decisions that you take at the board level, that is at the heart of all of this. You know, I will not say that the ECG as a company do not have a problem with their staff and internal issues and all that. But I also will never accept if people decide to push the issues at ECG as if it's an ECG staff matter. A lot of the decisions that are taken above the heads of the staff.
Yeah, at the board level.
Yes.
The board members are appointed by government.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
on that score, I get.
Let me bring in the Honorable Defemapo.
Yes.
Council.
Yes. Yet the ECG problems are mainly operational problems. And if you see the instability the board composition has suffered within the past 3 years, they've been
maybe 1 year. Otherwise, they've had stability from 2017.
Okay, so let me rephrase.
Maybe just the last year or
yes,
18 months.
The instability has also not helped ECG in terms of the board composition, because when the previous board chair, that was Yofi Grant, I believe.
No, Kelly Gajepo.
Kelly Gajepo, sorry. When he left, and they brought in Herbert, I was hoping that Herbert
was already on the board.
Yes, but he was made the board chair. Okay. I was hoping that some stability would have been ensured. So the operational difficulties that my brother Dubik came to deal with and was making some reforms would have been allowed to continue. But again, Herbert was moved to become a Minister of State. First as a deputy minister. You know, deputy ministers to are ministers of state. To become deputy minister, then subsequently minister of state and substantive. So there was a need to bring in Afenyo. Now, we were just talking about the institutional representation. If you look at the composition of the board now, chaired by Afenyo, then my own school wife, Nana Nsafua, is there. The Honorable Habib.
Habib just joined.
Yes, Habib also got appointed, I think the same day as the majority leader. Then there's Mata Opare, Madam Mata Opare. Odenhun Kwekwapia is also there, my friend lawyer at the bar. Then Francis Ewuachi Jr. is also there. Then there's one Madam Bushedit. Madam Bushedi, who's also an engineer, is there. Then Nick Yabwa, Dr. Nikki Eboy is also there. So these members of the board are faced with very difficult decisions.
There, he used to be there.
Well, if you check the composition,
Used to be. Okay.
So it's such a difficult thing, especially also because of the decision by government to merge these entities in the power sector. You are aware?
That we are now going through the process.
But the bill has been brought.
The bill has been brought to
Parliament. The bill has been brought.
Government has brought a bill.
Yes.
To Parliament.
Yes.
To do what?
To merge all these key players in the power sector. So VRA with BUI, and then ECG with NEDCO, and there's a third one, as one global entity. If you recall.
No, explain.
Yes.
If you say one global entity, explain
Yes.
it. Is it to merge VRA and BUI as one entity?
As one entity.
Yes.
Then ECG NEDCO, one entity.
One entity.
And then the third one. So you are going to have 3 entities.
No, 2.
2.
2, yes.
Which one is the
We're going to have a
thermal, yes.
thermal authority.
So thermal authority.
So there will be thermal and there will be hydro.
Okay. Yes. So, but if you recall, when BUI was built, these were the arguments that were made. But it was shut down on grounds that in order to ensure operational efficiency, there was a need for a separate entity to be created for BUI. Now, 12 years down the line, we are back to the same argument. The government is now canvassing when the opposition at the time said, no, if you split the entities like that, you don't ensure efficiency. You rather breed entities that will be now fighting over turf war. It didn't make sense at the time. But now if you read government's own bill, the policy rationale, it's been anchored on that. And again, if you look at the issues that Randy posed to you, if you look at the issue with the IPPs, we were told in Parliament, and you were there. No, you were not there in the 7th Parliament. Yes, okay. 7th Parliament. Okay. The then Honorable Finance Minister told us that the indebtedness to the IPPs have been handled and that we no longer owe the IPPs. As soon as he left, we got to know that the IPPs are owed so much. And they also said that as part of the IPP's component of the public debt, there was a need for DDEP to be introduced. DDEPs have been introduced and implemented. We still owe the IPPs. So,
but we don't have any approvals with them yet.
Sorry?
We don't have any approvals.
But we were told.
Tentatively, there's been some very good. I mean, we've moved forward far with the.
But the point I'm making,
and some of them have even agreed to some payment pattern. The only problem, as I said, those payment patterns are not being adhered to under the cash waterfall. And that is what is bringing some of the problem. But some of them have agreed to some waivers of some of them.
The truth of the matter is that you have never respected any payment schedule with them.
Yes.
All meetings you've had with them, from the low level to the high level. Anytime you have a meeting with them, they agree, you come back, maybe you do the first payment, then you renege.
For a long time, even if you renege, it should be brief. But you renege and go back for a long time before you re-engage. We were told that there was an excess power supply. We were bastardized for it. You led the chorus.
Oh.
We were bastardized. He's my friend, he's my brother. They led the chorus that we have created excess power.
He knows what he's saying.
On the finance committee.
Oh, why? This boy. This boy has been talking energy, that's why they brought him to energy. They bastardized the NDC for creating what they euphemistically call excess power supply. Then we were asking that if you have excess power generation, export. You see, export it to neighboring countries. It's they talk like apparently now we have even generational shortfalls. So this excess power supply rhetoric that you push down the throat of the people, where did you get it? So Randy, I think that indeed there's a need to streamline the energy sector. Let's clearly understand our level of indebtedness, and if government really intends to undertake these measures, it should pursue it appropriately, because You are aware of the pushback from the unionized staff of some of these entities. You are aware?
Yes.
You know, very strong pushback.
Yes,
we doesn't want to merge with VRA. VRA doesn't want to merge with we. NEDCO doesn't want to merge with ECG, and GRICO too. Yes, it's GRICO that I've been scratching my head. GRICO staffs too. Everybody is in.
They want GRICO to merge with what?
ECG. That's the idea.
No.
But we split GRICO from.
Yes.
We created the.
Yes.
We decided that.
Yes.
Transmission, distribution.
That's right. They are bringing them
generation
back.
Must be.
They are bringing them back. So they are bringing.
I only thought that what they wanted to do was that maybe let's have all hydro as one. Let's have all thermal as one. I thought that was the idea.
So they
well,
are
I'm not seeing what they brought.
So they are bringing ECG, GRICO, and NEDCO together. Then they are bringing BUI and VRA.
So now we'll put transmission and distribution together.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what they are doing. I have seen the bill. So it's important that we deal with some of these matters and carry the unionized staff along. Let them understand that.
But what has been the level of consultation as far as this is concerned?
According to them, they've not been consulted. It's just been sprung upon them.
Randy, but you see,
not just them, but I'm saying that even beyond the.
they've engaged. Even before I came to the ministry,
yes,
there a lot of engagement had gone on, but
with Parliament,
not with Parliament, but with some of the stakeholders. Just that I think, based on my interaction with some of the union guys behind on the sidelines, they feel that the engagement had not gone deep enough.
It's not been exhaustive.
Exhaustive, yes. So that is where the challenge is. But the idea of the merger, as you say, didn't start today.
It's not new.
It's not new
the
at all.
idea is not new.
The idea is not new. In fact, I met Mr. Kwabena Donko, who said during his time, they
tinker with the
idea of having that.
You mean Dr. Kwabena Donko?
Yeah.
The former minister.
The former minister,
okay,
who said, they had already had some discussions about it. So now you have NEDCO doing exactly the same thing as ECG, just that they occupy the north.
Yeah.
That's all. That is the only thing. There's no difference.
So what do we seek to achieve? That's my.
Okay.
What is it? What is broken about what we have?
Okay.
Which will be fixed by what we seek to do.
Let me take your mind back. When President Kufuor was building BUI, that was the era that they took away. They created GRICO as a fresh entity to handle distribution and allow ECG to focus
handle transmission.
Transmission.
Yes.
And allow ECG to focus on distribution and sale.
Yes.
And the idea was purely on ensuring efficiency, because the argument at the time was that ECG was losing about 30 to 35% of the generation that they were getting from VRA and other entities through distribution, through transmission.
Transmission losses.
Yes, transmission losses. And it was such a big factor affecting its viability. So the government decided, if you go back and read that bill, the law setting up GRICO, the government said its focus will be to create this new entity that will focus mainly on ensuring efficiency in the transmission. So, and the pylons were then owned by ECG and part by VRA. So when it was created, those assets had to be offloaded and given to the new entity GRICO to be able to perform its functions under the law. But it's been discovered over time that if you look at the operational expenses of GRICO itself and the efficiency it ought to have brought to supplying the power to ECG for almost sale to the consumers, a single team could handle that. A single entity could handle that. So we are back to the pre-GRICO era days of actually allowing an entity, which then was the ECG, to handle both transmission, distribution, and sale, and allow VRA to merge with BUI and
Hydro.
So that VRA will handle Mon, Akosombo, BUI, and any other smaller hydro projects that we may have.
I know, Randy, now VRA also has some thermal plants.
Yes.
VRA also has some thermal plants.
Yes.
And if you look at the
Atabuazi,
but if you look at the cash,
it's a cash cow.
It's a cash cow. The thermal is more liquid than hydro.
Yes.
So now you want to hive away
their cash cow products.
That's where some of
those are the pushback. But it has to be done properly. I think that the workers are of the opinion that, look, Engager, all I think they need is assurance that nobody's decks will be rendered redundant. You know, people think of, they look at their personal office holdings and all that. So we should be able to carry them along.
I thought sometime last week or 2 weeks ago, I heard your party take a position on the matter. Yes, that the status quo will remain.
Well, yes, I recall.
Their party felt, I think the timing. Yeah. Their complaint really was about the timing. They felt just about 3 months to an election.
Now we have 2 months.
2 months to an election. Yeah. Why do this now? Let's wait after the election. You can't push this, on the next government. So they felt that let's wait after the election, and then the government that comes to power can
especially because of the agitations. I think the party we came in because of the agitation. So the minority side is saying that, look, you may have submitted a bill for consideration by Parliament, but in pre-laying, we do pre-laying. In pre-laying, Parliament will have to go back and do the community consultation engagements.
That's right.
And stakeholder engagements. It may take a bit of time, but the phase that we are going to enter into Parliament with, we have 6 weeks. We are going back on the 15th. That is 2 weeks from yesterday. We'll do 6 weeks. By November 20th, we'll be released to go and kill things on the food. Kill off things in the food. So we may not have time to be able to deal with such an important.
It was not. We tried to lay it at the last.
So don't politicize the issue. So minorities say don't politicize the issue. Move to the idea as a government policy, as a policy that is in the best interest of the state, so that even if it's not concluded, the next succeeding government can pursue it. But if you want to adopt a grandstand approach and gung-ho everybody and push it through, you may meet resistance, and the next government may not be interested in pushing it. So let's be non-partisan about it. Let the people appreciate that we are doing this in the best interest of streamlining operations of these entities, so there can be some efficiency and effectiveness in what they do.
Okay, so well, we'll see how it goes. When you resume, you're resuming when?
15th, Tuesday.
October.
Okay, so let's see.
The summons has been issued by Speaker. So
what does that mean?
Summons, there's recall. The recall summons from Parliament.
I see. All right, so organized labor has spoken to us, and I want us to look at what they're saying. I'm actually looking for the initial correspondence, not the current one. So why I'm looking for the initial correspondence is that I'm trying to take us through the
demands,
4 key issues that organized labor raised. Okay, I'm sure that I'll be able to get that for all of us just a bit, just to give the issue some deeper perspective. But the key thing is that there is a press statement signed by Joshua Ansan, Secretary General TUC, Isaac Bampuado, Chairman Forum, Kenneth Kumsin, Deputy Secretary General, Ghana Federation of Labor, and Labor held a meeting, and at the end of the meeting, they came up with some demands on government, things that they thought that government should do, failure of which they were going to embark on a strike action. Now, government also set up a committee. And the committee, okay, so now I've been able to find what I was looking for. So the labor unions called on the president to declare a state of emergency in line with provisions of Article 31 and 31(4) of the 92 Constitution. And they also asked for the immediate revocation of the Environmental Protection Mining Forest Reserves Regulation 2022 LI 2462 and the withdrawal of all licenses that had been granted for prospecting or mining in forest reserves and protected areas. They also called on the government to establish a special court to prosecute perpetrators of Galamsey. So this is what they asked for. Government set up a 5-member ministerial committee headed by the Minister of National Security. They engaged labor. And after the engagement, they said that it was inconclusive. They were going to come back to them. But labor had given government up to September 30 to act on these issues. So after the expiration of that date, labor then met yesterday, the 1st of October 2024, and they say following the expiration of our deadline and the failure of government to meet our demands on illegal mining, Galamsey Organized Labour has decided to declare a nationwide strike with effect from October 10, 2024. We are therefore calling on all workers to stay at home starting Thursday, October 10, 2024, until government accede to our demands. Thank you for your attention, and as I indicated earlier, this was signed by Joshua and some of the TUC, Isaac Bampo Ado of Clocksack, but chairman of the forum, and Kenneth Kumsin, Ghana Federation of Labour. Council.
Yes. Let me, before we tackle this matter, there are actually 4 bills.
Okay.
There's a measure of VRA and Bui Power Authority. Then there's another bill for the measure of Energy Commission and PURC bill. Yeah. Then there's a Thermal Power Authority bill. Then there's a Nuclear Power Ghana Authority bill. So these are the 4 entities government intends to introduce to restructure all the stakeholders in the energy sector into these 4 separate areas. Now, regarding this matter, I think that Labour has been fair with government. What is Labour saying? Labour says the issue of environmental degradation that's happening in the mode of Galamsey, whether licensed or unlicensed, if the nature of the prospecting is adverse to our environmental sustainability, then is inimical to our welfare as a people. Doc, as we speak, we have spent in excess of 500 million Ghana cedis just on this, on several programs undertaken by government. Even just from 2017 till date, government has rolled out 4 separate programs just to fight the menace of Galamsey. It's cost us over $500 million. And the budgetary allocations and all the funds pumped into these programs are there. But we have failed because evidence keep emerging that the menace of Galamsey is rather increasing. Is now being experienced in areas hitherto that these things were not done. So they called on government to, as it were, renew its commitment to fighting the Galamsey, else they will lay down their tools. It's been over a week or 2. CSOs have issued statements. The health workers have issued statements to the extent that now individuals coalesce into a group and they are on peaceful demonstration. They've done 3 days. It's led to some major arrests. People are in incarceration because of that. And government is quiet. Government has been quiet. People want to hear the president address the nation regarding this Galamsey menace. What is the renewed approach? What is the renewed policy approach by government to fighting it? Ghana Water keeps issuing statements. Ghana Water keeps saying that its operational expenses have skyrocketed merely because of the quantum of chemicals they are now want to apply in treating our pipe-borne water. because the turbidity levels of the waters that they draw from, that they pump our drinking waters from, have simply gone bad, so bad. They are spending so much money to deal with this matter. And government continues to adopt a laissez-faire approach. There's no renewed commitment. So people are upset, people are angry. Especially also because state institutions like the police service that are mandated under law to actually help to deal with the Galamsey issues failed. And when you fail to perform your functions of state, and citizens are expressing that by demonstrating peacefully in the streets, you go after them and arrest them and go and tell tall tales, narrate tall tales before courts, and they get remanded. How does anybody, Dr. Radiabi, how does anybody who travels from Dodowa upon a public invitation to participate in a peaceful demonstration and for some reason gets arrested, how is he capable of influencing further investigations at the CID headquarters? And yet these are the tales we go and tell the court that so and so has been arrested as part of the demonstrators, should be remanded in custody because he is capable of influencing further investigations.
But can't the court also tell between a tale and a fact?
That has been some of the criticism some of us have leveled against the court. That's why I said it appears some of our judges have become regime supporting, freedom suppressing, and rights denying judges, because the grant or denial of bail is a head in the discretionary powers of the presiding judge. So where a prosecutor is telling you some of these things, you ought to weigh it. I think the most important thing, irrespective of the nature of the crime, is that the jurisprudence is once the person can demonstrate that they are willing to stand trial, they are willing to present themselves and defend themselves in whatever charges will be leveled against them, I think they should be admitted to bail. For instance, if you read count 8 on the charge sheet brought against persons like Baker Vormal, it says is misappropriated a key to a vehicle belonging to the police. How does remanding him in police custody or prison custody affect the nature of the charge? A charge like that, I'm sure you will be able to present the side of the case to the court.
So it's like you're exacting punishment before.
Yes.
You even find the person.
Yes.
Before you try the person.
Yes, and Justice Taylor said long ago that bail must not be used as a punitive measure. It appears that we are using the denial of bail as a punitive measure to punish these people, some of whom are actually the leaders and organizers of the demonstration, the 3 days demonstration that happened. So, as a democracy, demonstration is a key characteristic of it, and we should be able to tolerate some of these things. The excessive use of police force in handling the demonstrators, for me, is a problem, and it doesn't paint a good picture internationally in terms of our human rights reckoning and evaluations. And so, Doc, on this note, I think Labour is right in doing what they want to do.
But what I keep asking for, what I keep asking about is, and I seem not to get an answer. Unfortunately, Honorable is here. If he gets to his turn, he might be able to give me an answer. These 3 things that Labour asked for, which, interestingly, can cover the demands of all other bodies,
concerned entities.
Declaration of a state of emergency. They says this should involve halting all mining activities in forest reserves and around water bodies, removing mining equipment from these areas, and deploying police and military forces to enforce these measures. Now, if you read this carefully, what it says is that it's asking for a declaration of a state of emergency with respect to areas where you have mining activities in forest reserves and water bodies. They are not asking for a declaration of a state of emergency in the Republic of Ghana.
Yeah.
And sometimes I hear people deliberately twist this
Yeah.
to mean that Labour is asking for a declaration of a state of emergency in the entire country.
Which is not true.
But if you read the thing, they are clear. They say declaration of state of emergency. Then they go to explain. This should involve halting all mining activities in forest reserves and around water bodies, removing mining equipment from these areas, and deploying police and military forces to enforce these measures. 2, revocation of mining licenses. Then they go to explain. All licenses granted for mining in protected areas and near water bodies, including those under LI 2462, should be immediately withdrawn. 3, establishment of a special court. A dedicated court should be set up to prosecute individuals involved in illegal mining activities. Now, I want to ask, what is so difficult about this with respect to a government in a regime where we say that we are fighting illegal mining and we are prepared to put a presidency on the line for it? What is difficult about this? For example, if part of Newmont's concession is in a forest reserve, are we suggesting that Labour and all those who are calling for this will not understand when we say that, okay, we agree with what you're doing, but it cannot cover, let's say, Newmont's concession, because they have been doing this for this number of years. They have never flouted any rules. They are not involved in anything. They have not done anything illegal. They have been being in responsible mining all this while.
Yeah.
Let's say something bauxite something. They've been mining here for the last 70 years. They have not done anything. We don't have any problem with their whatever. And so these exemptions ought to be made. Are we saying that we cannot? And I thought that perhaps that engagement was supposed to maybe go and iron out some of these things. The issue about setting up of special courts, what is the big deal about it? The issue of revocation of the LI,
which permits
the president
yes.
to issue those licenses. What is the big deal? What does the president stand to lose if something that he didn't have but has been given to him about 2 years ago is taken away in a quest to fight this?
Yes.
What is difficult about these demands?
Yes. Doc, especially also because this same president saw it fit to impose to declare emergency, state of emergency in some parts of this country for similar reasons bordering on the security of the state. And I can speak of the Alavanu area, I can speak of the Boku area, I can speak of the Bimbila area, all right? Under this same president. And let those who are confusing the issues, let them hear this. Under Article 31, 1 of the Constitution, it says the president may, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, by proclamation published in the Gazette, declare that a state of emergency exists in Ghana or in any part of Ghana for the purposes of the provisions of this Constitution. So you are so right that the demand by labor, the unionized labor, that a state of emergency be declared in areas that are most affected by the environmental degradation as a result of Galamsey activities are so apt and constitutional. Why? Because if you don't do that, because under state of emergency, special measures are introduced. The Constitution even tells you those who may be arrested under a state of emergency, the rights that they have. So if you declare a state of emergency around the Pra Basin regarding Galamsey activities, the Ankobra Basin regarding Galamsey activities, the White Volta Basin regarding Galamsey activities, the Black Volta Basin regarding Galamsey activities, the Afram Basin, which is also now affected, and the Densu Basin, then the state apparatus can move in to check the implements that are deployed in this environmental degradation. So that, for instance, when you told us in the past that you had confiscated 500 excavators from Galamsey sites and spent another public funds in bringing all of them to be assembled in Accra at a place around Adenta. And yet today we can't find these 500 excavators. We can ask proper questions. Because if you don't declare the state of emergency, there is no way you can use special measures to check the people who are operating in these areas. And also further direct the various responsible state agencies to, as a matter of urgency, go in and do reclamations of the environmentally degraded areas. So the call for a state of emergency is so apt. It is not over the entire country. But the government won't do this. The government, meanwhile, has rolled out policies, including the military and the army. I mean, if you didn't see this as so important, why would you deploy the army? But the army had been deployed in over 3 or 4 programs, which have all failed. Interministerial committees were put up. They've also failed. A 64-member committee was also put up. They've also failed. Galam stop, Galam fight. All those terms were coined. So now the people think that using the military in the first instance to champion the fight, which failed, the people in the ground, they don't fear anybody any longer. Because you brought the soldiers themselves couldn't fight them, couldn't stop it. So it's only a state of emergency under which condition special arrangements, special protocols are rolled out that can deal with this matter. So it shouldn't be difficult because it's been applied before. Then again, the establishment of special courts. Look, we have courts have been set up to deal with energy theft. When you don't pay your pension, deductions and all that, there are special courts that deal with it. There are courts that have been set up to deal with financial crimes. There are courts that have been set up to deal with economic crimes. There are courts that have been set up to deal with human rights abuse. Divorce and matrimonial causes, we have courts set up for it. So how is it that the judiciary, maybe acting upon in consultation with the advice from the Attorney General, say that we are setting up some courts to do with Galamsey related offenses? It should be able to be done. Because if you continue to prosecute Galamsey offenses as maybe as offenses on environmental infractions in the normal courts, people think that you are not elevating the fight against the menace. So let's see a special court set up. That should be easy. In fact, it should be one of the first things government or the Attorney General should welcome. So the non-response by government to these demands by organized labor, in itself speaks to the nonchalance, the don't-careism, the laissez-faire approach that government. Everybody thinks that now government is complicit in the matter. That is why it's unable to respond to some of these demands, which are very simple demands for me, given where we are, to dealing with the issue. So, Doc, again, I will say this. 500 excavators, they've all vanished. And excavators are monstrous machines. They are not toy cars. And Collins knows that for 500 excavators to vanish from where they've been assembled, it has to take a coordinated, orchestrated, state-sponsored program to move them back to where they were brought from. Otherwise, we should be seeing the excavators as the fruit of the first attempt to dealing with the Galamsey menace. And Randy, if we don't do this, as a people, we may perish. We are told that the only major river that that hasn't suffered some form of pollution in terms of environmental degradation is the mighty Volta Lake. Perhaps also because it's so voluminous and it's huge and it's a lake, but by providence, it still drains into the sea. So even if it gets polluted, it still drains into the sea. So you may not see, it's not stagnant. So you may not see the level of pollution immediately, but by and by, that volume of Volta Lake too may suffer. And we may then be completely undone. So we are in an environmental crisis. That's why now people call the actors in the Galamsey activities environmental terrorists.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it has had impact on our cocoa production.
Okay.
Impact on our food production to the extent that today, his government, they've declared food insecurity. So that today Ghanaians who produce maize and cowpea and other cereals and grains in this country, they've been banned from exporting to, say, Cote d'Ivoire or Burkina Faso because government said we don't have enough to feed our people. They've gone into the contingency fund. They've taken 700 million Ghana cedis. Is that not what you have done?
That's the whole idea of the contingency fund.
And you don't think that is Galamsey that's giving us headache enough?
That's the whole idea of the contingency fund.
No, but you are linking this to a certain drought in the north. I've just returned from the north. It's raining everywhere. Every major stream in the north. Every major stream in the north is in flood.
What did you go to do in the north?
I went to campaign.
All right. Okay. No, before I bring you in, I want a prayer from Prophet Ojo.
Penimubia or Shagalamsey echi, God will kill him. I can't catch him. Yeah, may bonds me book quotation. Me can be been waka so dear. Me book quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children. I don't pay me the Galamsey food na shinamens. Penimubia or Shagalamsey echi, God will kill him. I can't catch him. Yeah, may bonds me book quotation. Me can be been waka so dear. Me book quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. Iti Galamsey for the name some penny for Ghana and a Galamsey they fund the party. Nyami be kumuna. Yeah. Because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah. The Bible said, I will kill her children. And yamena me chiroye. Unyamisu be kum. Yeah. The Galamsey fushi nyamensa.
Do you know someone who's making a difference in your community? someone whose selfless actions and dedication to helping others deserves recognition, then it's time to celebrate these incredible individuals on MTN Heroes of Change.
It's time to nominate those selfless individuals to win 100,000 Ghana cedis and other cash prizes and be crowned MTN Hero of Change. You can also nominate a blogger or someone in the digital space and any of the media houses to win our new category of Digital Hero and Media Hero of Change. Just fill an online nomination form at mtn.com.gh or send a WhatsApp with a 1-minute video of your nominee's project on 055 141 1122. Deadline for nominations is 18th October 2024, so don't waste time. Nominate your hero now.
MTN Heroes of Change. Be the change you wish to see.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Hey, Walambo!
Hey, Walambo!
Hey, I asked him to buy me original politics.
Hey, please don't make mistake. Stop the papa. Open your back, come on. And you politics no gala. You papa.
Papa, can ruffle.
The pointer is original, the first and the best.
What is? Who got also to the acrobat to use it?
Politics, yes.
Krachi, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ba uye denwa.
Oh, Mr. Yamfani ko mami buru wa.
Ayi mami do buru. Do ni atele be ko bra. Mumi yamfani ko Dr. Ba ho. Dr. Ba no ya de. Bra, se pa no mpemu adwuma sasabro slow Dr. Ba oye.
Hey, me ko na meka. Oh, no mpemu nimdi onu na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra eni kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kire o.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get a packing from your Pokemon. One line. Hey, wait.
You can put it on this time. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, yo. We'll be ready. We are star 712. It's a much phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now, welcome to the luckiest. Aha, and now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let
me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or prefer tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The Luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Hello, my name is Roland Walker. I'm here at is one of the many courts belonging to estate masters, and they are into service plots, property management, and luxury homes. And just in case you want to make that decision to invest into a landed property, estate masters is the right choice to make. If it is from an indenture, a site plan, you want it also barcoded, all is available. You might have heard about Chopoli. It's where we have the next cottage of estate masters. It is not only one of the thriving, but the most inviting landed property site for you also to invest in. We encourage you, do invest in the next cottage at Chopoli. It is just close to the yet to be demarcated airport that also will be a valuable.
Penimubia or Shagalamsi, God will kill you. But they can't catch you. Yeah, may bonds me book quotation. May can be been waka so dear. Me book quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have the Honorable Collins Admarco Mensah and the Honorable Roxy Nelson Defamakbo. But with Betway, you're guaranteed to get more chances to play. Betway Speak Your Prize lets you choose your preferred promotion to make the perfect sports bet every week, from payout boost to cashback. Plus, you would also stand a chance to choose your own prize, from vouchers to electronics and grand prize of an airline ticket. Visit betway.com.gh to find out more. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. And enjoying the fruits of your labor is as important as enjoying the mansions of your labor. The pains of climbing the stairs when not exercising could be challenging irrespective of your age, but worry no more. Lift and elevators have got you covered. With the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. It's a simple self-supported elevator for both homes and offices, and guess what? It can lift your goods too. Wheelchairs can fit in, and they come in 3 custom-made models. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days. Visit Lift and Elevators at Sakumon or just call them on 0200-535-515 or send a mail to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solutions in easy vertical movement. All right. Honorable.
Boss.
The 3 proposals put forward, or the 3 demands by labor, what is so difficult about acceding to those demands? For which reason government is prepared to have a total shutdown?
Randy, I recall we had a discussion on the same platform.
Yes.
On Galamsey.
I'm sure we've had about 10 or more.
And I indicated to you that in the next 6-7 months, we'll be back here to have a discussion about it. It's because of our hypocrisy. And I say, people know the truth. They simply will not say the truth. People know what to do. They simply will not do it. The word is illegal miners. So the Ghana police wants to tell me that they don't know where the illegal miners are.
Do you want an answer? No, I can show you an answer.
You are beating those who are
causing. No, do you want the answer?
I'm coming.
No, I can show you.
I'm coming.
I'll show you. I'll show you the answer from the Western region.
My point is that
I'll give you 2 answers from the Western region.
The word is
that will suffice.
And I'll give you 1 from the Ashanti region,
Okay,
close
Randy.
to you.
Okay,
3 answers.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
The word is illegal miners.
Yes.
So we accept that they are illegal.
It's unlawful.
It's unlawful. The institution that is supposed to keep the laws, they are telling us this morning that you've not seen them. My friend,
your colleagues have told us that you have stopped them.
Randy,
You have stopped them.
Randy, I'll come to that.
Okay.
I'll come to that.
Okay.
And that is where the hypocrisy I'm talking about. I'll come to that, Randy.
Okay.
My brother says the president should bring a new commitment. So the Ghana police, they're waiting for the president to say, Ghana police, go and catch the illegal miners before they move.
Yes.
Fresh orders.
Yes.
Fresh orders.
Yes.
Fresh, more emphatic orders.
This country, this country.
They can arrest those who are protesting against the illegal miners.
I'll come there to the illegal protesters.
You know, let me chip in this. Joe Wise.
I'll come to the demonstrators.
Last 2 years, there was a discussion in Parliament, and Joe Wise in making his
The
comment.
shoot to kill.
Yes, and I thought that he was too harsh. But today, I think he was right. Because he saw where we were heading. And he thinks that...
He's MP for
Bekwai. Yeah.
He knew. He knew.
He said, the solution should be, anytime you find the person infragante delicto.
No, Joe Wise knew. He knew.
Yes, he said, anytime you find the soldiers, when they find the people in the act, they should fire them.
My brother
and
said,
we all said, oh, human rights.
My brother said there was a peaceful demonstration. Randy, I'll be the last person to not to defend somebody's right to demonstrate. But the video we saw of a gentleman going to the police car, taking the police key. That's a peaceful demonstration.
Frustration.
Oh, please.
Those are high school antics.
Those are
things you were doing at how do you call it? Your hill or how do you call it? Is it hill?
Randy.
Your vandals. Those are things you were doing.
Randy, you blocked the road.
It's from our vandal.
Randy. Randy, we've seen videos of the road being blocked, preventing people from going to the hospital.
Didn't you do worse?
Randy.
When you were a vandal, didn't you do worse?
I am saying
that. These are high school antics.
Okay. So, but I'm saying that, Randy.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's good conduct.
So clear the road and let people go to hospital.
So that's the point.
I'm not saying it's good conduct.
So the point I made, I want my brother to say, no, some of the things they did were really
they were wrong.
Absolutely. So you condemn them before you move to the next stage. But you are talking about peaceful. It's a question. You are talking about.
So you spend 10 minutes on a demonstration. You say no. Come back.
I'll come to that and say don't worry. Now I'm responding to some of the issues that you raised about peaceful demonstration. Randy, I love peaceful demonstrations. But what they did, some of the things they did.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course, avoidable.
I say, Randy.
And for them, when they sit back, they would realize that those incidents have become the talking points rather than the cause for which they embarked on the demonstration. Absolutely. And I think that moving forward, they ought to.
Absolutely. Randy, I'm not too sure government has issued licenses for people to go and mine in the river body. If they give you the license, I'm not too sure there's anywhere on the paper that tells you that go and mine in the river body. So if you trespass and you go into the river body, that's illegal. The police must catch you. Why is the police not catching them? Why is the police not arresting them, those involved in illegal mining? Why?
Did you hear your Eastern Regional Minister 2 weeks ago or something? That he sent 40 or so police people to a place when they were only to be met with 400 armed people. Did you hear him?
So you reinforce.
Okay.
Reinforce.
Okay. Who should reinforce?
This
is your RegSec.
I am
boss.
saying that nothing should stop the police from stopping an illegality.
Okay.
You're right.
Nothing.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely nothing should stop the police from stopping an illegality.
Okay.
Irrespective of who is involved.
So the police has been irresponsible, reckless, and
I said
they
nothing.
failed. And
they have been a failure.
Nothing should stop the police from stopping an illegality.
Or they are complicit.
If you say the person is involved in illegal mining, catch the person, arrest the person, take him through the due process.
As the P2.
Take the person through the due process. What is this? You're waiting for president directive. You're waiting for Mr. Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, to say IGP. The guy is involved in illegality, so go and catch him. How?
But the places where the president has imposed a state of emergency, didn't we have police? For the police to also go and enforce those illegalities.
The dynamics may be different. I don't know what he's talking about. The Alavano, he mentioned it.
When the security of the state was
take your time. Yes. The issues with the Alavano, I don't know the details of that area.
Let's say gunfight.
I am saying, Randy, if somebody is involved.
Okay, so Chief, hold on. Chief, hold on. I don't disagree with you. There's an illegality. The police must act. The police is responsible for interior, whatever. Yes. The police has not acted. The thing has gone from bad to worse. It's become an existential threat. What must happen?
Crack the whip.
Who should crack the whip?
The president. Leadership.
Exactly.
If the police are not doing their job, they are supposed to do their job, but they are not doing their job. The president, I'm sure, should take actions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Go and catch the person, you will not catch him.
Okay.
You are saying you're waiting for the president to issue a directive for you to go and catch the person. The person involved in illegality. When you know that the person is involved in illegality. Oh, Randy.
No, I'm saying that those who are supposed to go and catch, they are not catching. Oh no, maybe you can go and catch IGP. Me, I can't. So if IGP and the police are not doing their work, what should happen?
Sanctions.
By who?
Oh, the appointed authority.
The police has a council, not so?
Yes.
Who chairs the council?
What is happening now?
Who chairs the council?
Oh, take your time. What is happening now?
Tell us who chairs the
What is happening now? What is happening now? When I listen to the NDC.
The constituencies don't understand Ofa and Natural.
When I listen to the NDC and I listen to the MPP, Randy, as I said, if
unfortunately, there's only one government.
Yeah. I understand you, Randy.
The rest are commentators.
I understand you, Randy. I understand you. The responsibilities for this government. We are in power now. But if the one who wants to come to power sends his party apparatchiks to mining areas and there are videos telling them that, hey, this government wants to stop Galamsey. When we come, we'll bring you back.
Arrest them. Arrest them.
See?
Arrest them. Why not?
Who should arrest them? The police.
Massa.
The police.
Hold on. Collins, are you not a member of parliament?
I am.
The minority leader in parliament. Has he not been facing prosecution in the courts for years?
Yes.
The MP for Collins Ada, what's his constituency?
No, you are even gone far. His deputy. The minority leader's deputy, Amakofi Bua.
Yes.
You arrested him for causing traffic offense.
Who arrested him? You say I arrested him. I don't know.
Okay, your government.
Our government. You
are afraid of arresting somebody.
Collins
went to a Collins side.
You see, unfortunately,
Randy,
when you are government,
let me make the point.
And you handle prosecution,
Randy,
and everything, you cannot be pointing fingers at people who you believe are breaking the law.
Randy, the point I'm making.
And use that to explain.
You see,
your inefficiency or ineffectiveness, or your. I'm trying hard not to use certain adjectives.
Don't use that adjective. Randy, the point I'm
How can a policeman point me to somebody who's committing a crime?
The point I am making, and I believe you understand. I'm sure the viewers understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
That once an illegality is being perpetrated.
Yes.
There are institutions in Ghana that have been mandated to ensure that those illegalities are stopped. They should just act.
It includes the Attorney General's Department.
They should just act.
And if they don't act, what should happen?
Why are they not acting?
No, if they don't act, what should happen?
You should change you.
You should change who? You see, when you start doing, you should change who?
You should change you.
The government.
Yes.
Collins.
And your government.
Collins.
Your government were there.
Collins.
That's why we were removed.
Collins. Collins.
That's why we were removed.
And you are now saying your people are telling the people that when we
Collins. Unfortunately,
arrest the person.
Unfortunately, we are dealing with an issue that involves organized labor. Organized labor say we are going on demonstration. Organized labor has made demands of government. They are aware that there is a government of the Republic of Ghana, and it is the government that must take certain
emergency. Government can argue as to why you think
state of emergency in forest reserve, mining in forest reserves, and water bodies. What is difficult about that?
But even that, should we declare state of emergency? Because the present law does not allow you to even mine the water body.
So all you're saying is that the TUC is only asking for an enforcement of what is the law.
Absolutely.
So what is difficult about doing
So
this?
what is the institution that is supposed to enforce the law? What are they doing?
TUC has asked government to do it.
The institution
Government
is headed by the vice president.
Collins.
That's for you. That's what you want to do.
But the police council is headed by the vice president.
Collins, TUC.
That is the reason
Collins, hold on. TUC has asked government to do something. Government says it has institutions that are responsible for it. What must government do?
Ensure that the institutions work.
So what is difficult about this?
My friend, he likes politics. Then you bring politics into the matter.
I am talking to you. What is difficult about that?
Religion. You like religion.
Papa Collins, what's difficult about this?
Andy.
Or Bra Collins, what's difficult about this?
Yeah, that's the term. In fact, that's how they call him.
Bra Collins, what's difficult about this?
Randy, I pray that we don't have this discussion any longer. I'm just praying, Randy, that we don't have this discussion any longer. Because, Randy, when you look at some, you watch some of the videos, Randy, it's disheartening. And you see, sometime last night I was talking about collaborative efforts. Randy, there's no single district without a district chief executive. There's no place in Ghana without a chief,
Yeah. Or a traditional leader.
Traditional leader. Given this land, they know very well that where these people are mining is close to a very important water body. But they'll give the land to the people. So I'm begging them, let's come together and see how we're going to solve this problem. Randy.
Okay, Randy, let me react to two things quickly. I think that I agree with you that there's a community leader or traditional authority in every nook and cranny of this country. And given our land ownership rights, a lot of families and individuals own land. And schools also own land. So they grant the land. Yes. But you've forgotten that land for purposes of mining of in any form is inherent in the president. That is why the Minerals Commission is going all over the places, acquiring land and granting them as concessions to people without recourse to the traditional authority and people. And it's a big problem. People sit down and suddenly others will come in and say, we've been granted a license, we have a concession over this large area of land. And the landowner says, but why? So they've discovered some mineral. So Minerals Commission has mapped the whole area as a mineral, as an area that has a certain ore-bearing mineral. And somebody has gone to apply, gone through all the processes. So that process ought to have involved the landowner right from the word go. The landowner is not given any portion of whatever they get. Because the Constitution says mineral, the right to a mineral is inherent in the president, in trust. You hold it in trust for the people. So the grant of the licenses, it has become an executive action. That is why people are saying, even halt the grant of the licenses. But the licenses are being granted in thousands. And people are just going to the communities, destroying farmlands. So stop that action. You don't want to stop. When you get people, prosecute them fairly. You are prosecuting others and leaving some. Chinese, the number of Chinese immigrants who are in our villages and in our forest covers and are engaged in this mining is mind-blowing if you look at the statistics.
Chinese?
Yes. As a member of the lands committee, it's such a mind-blowing thing. But like you said, our police people are so inefficient, are not even able to even arrest and investigate and prosecute them. But they are quick to prosecute a local boy because it's easy for him to do that. So the foreigners who have even come in illegally to do this, we are unable, as a police institution, we are unable to move against them. So there's a selective prosecution. So our youth get a burden that even if foreigners that we see are allowed to go and do these things, why don't we too get engaged? So it's part of the problem. Then 3, people are saying that control this. In controlling it, declare a state of non-activity. That is all Galamsey activities banned in the interim. So that we can take remediable steps to sanitize the system. If we want to do regulated community mining, let's do it properly. But that's not what we want to do, or that's not what we want to hear.
We want to ban what? Illegal mining.
Yes.
But the thing is illegal.
Good. But it's ongoing. So declare a ban on both the regulated, the one you are issue license for, and the one you have not issued license for. Ban the whole activity. Because you see, the small scale miner who claims that he's got a license to enter into a certain concession and mine.
You see, the truth of the matter is
you don't see the difference.
If you look at all the exposés, you look at all the work of the media people and citizen journalists and all that, you realize that there is this thing that is happening. People take licenses. Sometimes they are prospecting licenses. Then they are out there actually mining.
Digging.
There are people who have licenses. They are sites.
They sublet it.
They go to places beyond their sites.
Yeah, they exceed.
So and they under the guise of having these licenses.
Yeah, prospecting.
Then there are those even under community mining.
Yeah.
They have community license, community mining licenses. They are operating at areas where they should not be operating and erecting those signboards and all that. My point is that, look, there's this argument that there are a lot of people in there. Bring them, license them, and so that you can bring them under the regulatory agency. Yes, but if the more you license, the more the situation degenerates. What does it tell you?
To license. So
does it tell you that you either have a problem with regulatory capacity, or you have a problem with enforcement, or there are problems that are not solved by? And you see, any time that we hear of these companies that have licenses and are doing things that they are not licensed to do, what has happened to these companies?
Licenses are not revoked.
You know what happens to these companies? So those are the issues. So it is not even true that the wrongdoing is done only by people who have no license at all.
Of course.
There are people, I mean, the big mining companies, they are fined. All the big mining companies we know, they are fined because they say, they did A and they did B, which was wrong, and they've been fined Y and Z and all that.
But the smaller ones.
But all these ones who have been given all those licenses, those who have been given prospecting are actually doing more than that. Those who have been given licenses, they are not supposed to enter into forest bodies. They are there. They are not supposed to do things in water bodies. They are there. What has happened to all of them? You know, that's the problem. And the truth of the matter is that we can sit and argue all we want. The evidence
is out there.
It's out there.
It is damning.
And you see the impunity to the extent that Accra Kumasi Highway, people can have the nerves. You have municipal assembly, you have police, NIB or BNI is now NIB. You have all the security agencies in a municipality. People can mine close to the Accra Kumasi highway, just 5 meters from the highway. You can have what we are seeing here. Are we saying that our security agencies, as decentralized as they are, the most decentralized, you can have such activities happening and they don't know? Even small 2x4 ghettos where they sell weed, they know that.
That's what I was. The point.
Small ghettos where they sell weed.
I just
got back. Are you saying that we do not know this?
Yeah, they know.
And if there is inaction, and are you saying that they have not submitted these reports?
They have.
To those who should know. Are you saying that they do not know who are behind all these things?
They know.
And that they have not submitted their reports of saying?
They know.
The Konongo one, we were told that the district mining officer had presented a report.
Yes.
He had presented a report 2-3 weeks prior to the media expose on the matter. Nothing had happened.
Even Professor Frimpong Boateng's reports as a substantive minister.
This is what I was talking about. This is the Accra Kumasi Highway, the Konongo stretch.
Yes. You see?
That hole you see.
That's like
it's a Galamsey operation.
It's 2 meters.
Where you see the vehicle, that's the highway.
5 meters, 2 meters.
That's Accra Kumasi Highway. Accra Kumasi Highway.
There's another one. I just returned from Takrady for public account duties, and 2 DCs engaged me. You see, as the Sankregua Highway, there's a portion that's even caved in because they've dug under the highway.
Look, we showed a video here, the same Western region. A road that was constructed for 20-something million.
Yes.
If you see the road, you might think that there was an earthquake.
Yes, but that's a sinkhole.
And it's Galamsey operations to the left and to the right.
So it's affected the road.
I've seen, not that one, I saw a similar thing at Manso Abore.
Manso Abore is Ashanti.
Ashanti. I was going for a phone on the Boase stretch.
Okay.
Manso Abore.
And you witnessed it yourself?
The car is up at the top, but you could see,
on the side.
On the side, yeah.
And the district coordinating director tells you that 1 kilometer from this spot it's a police barrier, and all they do
but behind the
collecting money
behind the police station in the Achim Chebi area. Behind the police station there's Galamsey going. This is the road I was talking to you about.
Yes.
This one
in the western region.
This road. This
is not a sinkhole.
This is a road that was constructed 20-something
It's the Galamsey activities
about 8 years ago.
Yeah. Galamsey activities
8 or 10 years ago.
That's weakening the bed of the road, so it's
see.
I mean,
so it's so Collins, you and I.
How do you call a country that demonstrates every day that it is incapable of protecting its forest cover and water bodies? How do you call that country? How do you call that country?
Especially in the tropics.
That we are happy. We are happy to say that we are incapable of protecting our water bodies and forest reserves. Yet we keep talking about terrorism.
I was in Kenya 3 weeks ago.
It's only the Western Togoland people we can deal with.
A month ago, and then the officials after the program they said they wanted to take us to their national park in Nairobi, not outskirts.
No.
In Nairobi.
Yes, they have.
And they took me to.
Did you go to Carnival?
I went to Carnival.
You went to Carnival.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then they took me to the national park. The park, but it's the interesting thing that it's in Nairobi.
Yes.
Just like a crowd.
Center of the city.
And then
that's how we could have done Achimota forest. Yes.
They told us we have to get there around 6 o'clock, but that is where the animals
they are early morning grazing.
Early morning grazing. Yeah. Randy.
It's beautiful.
When I got there,
sight to behold.
The number of people at 6 a.m.
Tourists
at the gates waiting to enter, and we're talking $200, $300, $500, and you could see the amount of money they are making between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning.
There's a 3:30 to 5:30.
And then you enter the forest, and you immediately see a lion quietly lying down.
And this is Africa.
It's Nairobi. It's in the heart of the capital city. It's.
I thought we said we were the Black Star of Africa.
Look,
you're not even here. You know all our foolishness. When I'm driving to Kwando, anytime I'm driving to Kwando, at least when I get to Shai,
you stop.
And I see the monkeys.
You buy them bread.
I see the monkeys there, left and the right, the way they cross the road, their interaction with the humans and everything. And I'm told that even when you enter, when you go inside, you see a lot more. Even other animals there inside. I've not been there, but I'm told that even inside is. Look, I'm telling you, a country that is demonstrating that it cannot secure its forest cover and water bodies. And we say that country is what?
Doc, there's a contractor in Takrady, it's called Jasmo.
Jasmo.
He's developed a resort near Abuazi, near the thermal plant. Beautiful place. He's created a game park. He's gone to South Africa and Kenya to bring in zebra because you can't get it here. As a private person.
The Galamsey will come and poison all his
animals. He's cutting them off at least.
He'll come and poison all the animals.
But these are things we should be doing as a state. But a private man. So that when you go there, you have a game park for people to watch the animals. Things the Department of Wildlife should be doing. It's such a sad spectacle.
You know, we spoke about you refer to the Volta Lake, and everybody speaks about the Volta Lake. But you see, whilst we were on it, quite a number of our viewers have sent me videos from the front place.
And it wasn't a front place. I've disputed that. It's actually the crutch. If you look at the pontoon, is the Nana Besemuna. That pontoon operates between Kratchi and Yeji. The pollution you see is actually as a result of a heavy rainfall. The laterites, the grooves of streams. So when it rains
heavily, washes it into the water.
Yes, it washes
and it discolors it.
Yes, for a couple of days, and then you see the.
Are you aware that there are people who are trying to obtain licenses to mine in the Afram Plains area?
Yes, I'm aware. So between Kutusu to the Jura Enclave,
you are aware.
I'm aware.
Which means that there is a discovery of minerals there.
Yes, in the Afram bed, the Afram basin.
Okay, and you therefore appreciate the implications.
I agree.
If any,
if they start. That is why the Minerals Commission should desist from granting.
No, they haven't granted licenses to anybody.
But the applications.
But I'm just saying. You see, I'm just saying that the same way we sit here and say that nobody has been given a license to go into the forest reserve, nobody has been given a license to go into the water body. Yet,
we see
they are there. Yeah, they are there.
That is why I just raised that issue.
And Randy, what is also worse is the destruction of timber. You know, the forest cover. You need the forest cover as well as the flora and the fauna. They are destroying the fauna, which is water-based, and the flora, which is the vegetative cover. So they cut down trees, timber that is supposed to grow to huge, they destroy all of them indiscriminately. And destroying the soil, the topsoil that supports farming. So if we don't deal with this as a national emergency, Collins, we'll have problems. Look, politics aside, we need to tackle this. Like he said, we are getting to existential levels.
I'm with you. Politics aside, we have to find
look at the road. Look, yesterday they were saying, so honorable, what can we do? Road, asphalted road. They dug and died. And worst of all, the gold that we get, we are unable to account for it. We have foreigners who are taking the gold and shipping it, smuggling it. We can't account for it.
Look, I found something interesting. This is drip thing. This is drip thing. The Ashanti regional minister, in handing over the equipment, he had a caution that don't go and use the equipment to do galamsey. I found it quite revealing.
It means he
knows.
Very he has knowledge. He has information.
Very revealing and remarkable.
Randy, but if you're a DC, government has procured equipment for you to help put the roads in shape.
Regularly.
Before government get some money to do them, and you move the machines to.
You still don't get
but the point is making.
What will make
a regional minister knows?
What will make a regional minister
make such a remark like that?
MMDCs. Yes. That I hope that these equipments that you are being given, you will not go and use them for Galamsey.
And it's
extremely
the MC who have that audacity to do that today. Hey,
no,
really?
No. What I'm saying is that
I get
all the communities where you have mining, and Erastus describes one of them as a town on stilts, because
that's Bompata is like that.
Then the pregnant lady who went to use the toilet in the morning and the toilet caved in, and she fell in and died with the fetus in her.
Yeah, that's the video.
Because
that video
people have just. Are we saying that those areas we don't have DCs and MCs who chair MySex and DISEX?
That's a police station.
And that we don't have the police there. We don't have the NIB, formerly BNI there. We don't have national security people there.
Everyone, they have district officers.
And that they do not know, they don't send reports.
They do.
Look, we had to use an excavator to go down and go and take the corpse of this pregnant woman. Her sin was that she had woken up in the morning and went to use her toilet. And because of this activity, so look at this. These are where people live.
It's a community.
People live there. People's houses.
Completely going.
And this is happening. And in these areas,
you have
commanders,
you have the station master,
right sex, you have dissect, and that's why I got upset when the government's response to this renewed call on this Galamsey thing was that the DCs and MCs and the regional ministers, RECSEX and others, they should go and deal with this issue. They said people are superintending this, and that says a lot about government's commitment. And I'm therefore not surprised by all the things we are hearing from government appointees and people in government about the fight against Galamsey. How can you have a country like this? If this is not a failed state, what is a failed state? It's not failed because we are able to wear suits in Accra.
Collectively, we have to solve this.
We are not a failed state because Accra is still intact and we can wear suits and speak grammar.
I think Joe Ice was right.
You have to stop.
Oh, yes.
How can you have this? And then when there's a call to action, people can stand somewhere and create the impression that it is politically motivated. Jesus Christ. That's why I play the Prophet Odro prayer.
Yes.
Anybody who thinks that way does not deserve to live.
Prophet Odro's prayers.
I mean, for anybody, you have, if you are a medical doctor and Ghana Medical Association is speaking against Galamsey, yet you can say that it is politically motivated. If the entirety of labor in Ghana is speaking against something, you can say it's politically motivated. If the clergy is speaking about Galamsey, he says it's politically motivated, and that people want you to lose elections. That is why.
And Randy, let me use this opportunity to disclaim the statement from Dr. Afriyie. Are you Afriyie?
Disclaim what?
He said the NDC has brought in Togolese and foreigners to come and mine. We want to disclaim that the NDC has never done any such thing. And it's a concoction, it's a fabrication, it's a propaganda.
Look, my friend, the deputy lands minister.
Yes.
I mean, reminding the people he was talking to that do they remember that Rawlings brought people to come and lash them because they were engaged in mining. How base can it get? How base can it get? How base can it get? You think that today you can afford imported water, so you are fine. Please, let me close with the Prophet Odro.
Oh, Randy, let me once again thank my friend, Coleman, for the beautiful AstroTurf that he has constructed in my area. On Friday, I commissioned it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let me also say this. I told you some time ago that the president came to Peki.
You had engaged me on that.
Yes. And then I asked for an AstroTurf. It's been done. It's not the standard football pitch size. But let me acknowledge that it's being done. I pray that we can finish.
Why are you not building a standard pitch size?
That is the problem.
Why?
That's the problem.
You don't have the land?
We have the land.
So why are you not building a standard pitch size?
It's actually a school park. Where they are building in Jacquet, it's a standard
So why are you not building?
But they
the
divided the
standard
park
precise?
into half
Why?
and they are building it.
Why? You're just wasting money.
So as we speak, we don't have a football pitch in Jakarta. The youth come, if they have to play, they have to come to Pekichami. You know, but we should have used the existing pitch for the AstroTurf.
Okay.
You know.
So coming up will be GMG trends, but Prophet Ojo will still give us the prayer.
Yeah, that's the
okay.
My.
So is that your chief?
That's my chief. That's the Ahinkro chief.
Okay. I'm so restrained.
Yeah.
Restrained.
Yes. It's okay.
Must be
There'll
restrained.
Because I am on the GFA.
Yeah, there will be appropriate
Be constrained.
Hey! Anyway, let me listen to Prophet Odro before Desi comes in.
I don't pay me the galamsey phone na shenyamens. Penimu bia or she galamsey echi, God will kill you. I can't catch him. Yeah, may bonds me book quotation. Me can be been work as so dear. Me book quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. Iti galam say for the name sem penny for Ghana and a galam say they fund the party. Nyami be kumuna. Yeah. Because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah, the Bible said, I will kill her children. And yamena me chroye, unyamisu be kum. Yeah. The galamse fushi nyamensa.
Do you know someone who's making a difference in your community? Someone whose selfless actions and dedication to helping others deserves recognition? Then it's time to celebrate these incredible individuals on MTN Heroes of Change.
It's time to nominate those selfless individuals to win 100,000 Ghana cedis and other cash prizes and be crowned MTN Hero of Change. You can also nominate a blogger or someone in the digital space and any of the media houses to win our new category of Digital Hero and Media Hero of Change. Just fill an online nomination form at mtn.com.gh mpn.gh or send a WhatsApp with a 1-minute video of your nominee's project on 055 141 1122. Deadline for nominations is 18th October 2024, so don't waste time. Nominate your hero now.
MTN Heroes of Change. Be the change you wish to see.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get a packing from your one lie. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Hey, Bill, wait here. We are star 712. It's put your phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now, welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Although who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for adults.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Right, we'll come back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Time to check out what is trending on social media with Desi, the star boy.
Good morning, Doc. So this morning, in the trends list on X, the Accra Sports Stadium is in the trends. Remember, Doc, yesterday we talked about it. There's an update that has got the stadium being talked about. So that's it on your screen. So we understand that CAF has approved the usage of the stadium for the Black Stars' next game against Sudan. So a lot of people have been reacting to that. So you see that on the screen. This one says, so we can actually prepare a stadium to meet the standard of CAF rules in a short time like this. Vim, that is Sika, writes in that. This one said, would have been a big disgrace if we played a home match in another country. Big 7 writes in that on X also. And this one says, is making strides on a pitch the upgrade? To me, since they did not exhume the soil on the pitch, replace it and work on it very well, the pitch is still the same with just a change of housing. Like you're changing your phone's housing. Yeah, so those are some of the thoughts of some people on X. So, Doc, that's the news we understand is in. That we can use that class.
We thank God we're going to play in Accra on the 11th.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's all I'll say.
It's been a while. Yeah. Now, so no kind of scenario on the day of the game, and then would see how good the pitch is. So for now, that is the news that the Accra Sports Stadium will be used for Ghana Black Stars game against Sudan. That is next week, I think. Yeah. Well, away from that, still on Say No to Galamsey, it is trending. Stop Galamsey. Now, there's a video that I saw, very disheartening, and it looks like this fight against Galamsey would be a very... So there you have it on your screen. You see this video, and the young men who are working in there are saying a lot of things. Let's just listen to what they're saying there.
Yo, Agubado. Oh, yeah. Yes, I say, I say, you know, and a guano.
say baby a shana then a who oh you my assassin here. Second now. Scabetta the other no. But wait to have a shit. Who's la casa? Who say Sabo was a sapphire because never one yet. Excavate and something.
So you understand how the fight is going to be like, Doc. Yesterday I saw the video when you engaged Dr. Palgrave. It was also making the rounds on X a lot about the mention of any of the water bodies that had been cleared. Yeah, and also trending. So you see that on your screen.
Did somebody provide the answer?
I didn't see any answer under the comments. Yeah, I didn't see the answer under the comments. So there you have it. So as I've been saying, the protest is happening from the 3rd to the 5th of October. Stop Galamsey now. It is for our present and for our future. Someone asked the question that if we have to start buying water, importing water, would you be able to afford? Well, I'm sure not everyone, and there are dire consequences to this. So that is also in the trend. Stop Galamsey now. But yesterday, well, if you just watched yesterday after Good Morning Ghana went straight to East Legon because the flag bearer for the National Democratic Congress, John Mahama, fellowshiped with the clergy, some pastors, men and women of God came through. But at the end of the day, it was one man of God who was trending. Sofo Zubempa. He's been in the trend since yesterday. And if you missed out on anything, this part of the video is what you need to see.
Dia wodena dom oman Ghana na obedi oman anim ebreti sei etumi bia ntimi nsia na okwan enam ne so oman ebekọ nani enne ena wahye enne ena waka watintim no ewo oman akonya kese so ewo Yesu di mu amen.
My God. Jesus. Suffer Subamba. That is him there. And on Obi Tony on be said, Nipa be a cobra. Oh. Anyway, so yesterday, there was more Bible and praises and worship at East Legon as the clergy came together to pray for former president and flag bearer for the NDC, John Mahama. So we'll see how it goes in the coming months. Yeah, look.
Thank God it's Wednesday.
Don't forget that we are in October, breast cancer awareness. So you see a lot of pink. Very soon I'll be putting on a lot of pink. And also a lot of programs that we are putting in place here on the Ignite Media platforms, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM. So keep it locked. Right, so my name is Desi the Starboy, and that is it for the trades today. Okay.
All right, thanks for joining me. All right, up next, Metro Sports.
You dey hear the filler where they go round. Won't you? Hey, I hear say the Electoral Commission dey register some voters for secret places. Them add thousands of names to the voters register.
Me sef I hear say they do one for the EC headquarters. I only fair.
Hey,
them fee are thousands of voters for the ruling party in Stronghold and delete names of voters for the opposition in Stronghold. I be bad for only.
If these rumors are true, then the upcoming elections cannot be free and fair. The Electoral Commission needs to address these allegations immediately in Tamara.
My people, let me set the record straight. All these rumors, they are nothing but pure lies. And Tronkwa.
Really?
First of all, 21 days before the registration exercise, the EC publishes all registration centers in the Gazette. And every single political party knows the location of all these centers all over the country.
Okay.
Secondly, all political parties have their agents at every registration center nationwide. Accredited observer groups, Metrese, even international observers, they are also present at these centers.
Yes.
Thirdly, all political parties receive both start of day and end of day reports at each registration center. They use these reports to collate the figures of registered voters. Simple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Finally, at the end of each day, the total number of voters published by the Electoral Commission always matches with the figures collated by the political parties from all the registration centers throughout the country. There is no doubt about it. I mean, no doubt about it.
Sir.
Okay. So my people, don't fall for all the lie that is flying around. The registration process is totally transparent. Period.
Now we know the truth. We won't fall for these lies anymore.
The EC ensures a transparent process at every step. Share this information and help stop the spread of misinformation. Making sure say Remember, the EC no go fee add 1 figure to the registered voters. The 2024 election registration process, it be French, it be clean, no kululu.
The Bible is not a textbook like chemistry textbook. It's a spirit. There are no controversies. Righteousness is defined by God. What He says you are is what you are. There's no teaching in the scriptures that will be left untaught.
Join the Good Life Devotion with Dr. David Bindon on this channel to receive biblically authoritative teachings which will usher you into exhibiting the divine light here on earth. The Good Life Devotion shows every Monday to Friday from 11 to 11:30 p.m. Don't miss the special weekend edition on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 p.m. Life is good. Enjoy.
This world, whatever does not get challenged does not change. Any state will continue to be that same state until it is challenged. Adam brought death and Jesus dissolved death. But death continues to behave as if it is king, and that will continue until some people challenge it. According to the scriptures, God Himself has determined that there will come a time that He will raise a people that will dissolve death on this earth. We have over DEATH.
Get ready for the New Creation Conference 2024 with Dr. David Bindon on the 14th and 15th of November 2024. Theme: Deathlessness. Venue: Accra International Conference Center, Accra, Ghana. Time: 5:30 p.m. each evening. New Creation Conference, helping you exhibit the divine life.
Dear Ghana, I write you this on the year you have to take the most important decision of your life. 2024, deciding who should serve you, protect you, govern you, and provide